AI's origin, it's not the work of one person, but lineage of like brilliant minds. AI's real mother is humans curiosity.
You have to have similar principles, similar values, but different capabilities and skills to kind of have a good, strong partnership.
So they are going to place that avatar into the future museum, a generic AI avatar. People will come there and they will speak to it. And then later on the commercial side, on the business side, they are going to place the same hologram technology that we have developed with the hardware and the software into the two government departments. One is Okaf and the second is Fatwa.
I would say Atif is heart and Usman is spirit. And this is to all our users. Welcome to Stars in Our Skies podcast, where we bring you bright, shining stars that we see all around the world, that we want to share them with you. The following two people that we have on our podcast today are joined together with an immense love they have for one person, their mother. I was privileged to sit when Mr. Usman was presenting, and first time in my life sitting in a tech conference, and all of a sudden the person went on a segue on the side with the picture of their mother as the centerfold of the presentation and spoke about the stemming of intelligence, love, care that drives every passion in his life, and that was his mother. What a special podcast. Please help me welcome both Atif and Usman to our podcast. We're going to learn so many things about them. Absolutely.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
I labeled Usman the RTC king. So that's real-time communications when we were there. Hopefully that branding works well for you as we're going. So we'll start with each one of you guys, if you don't mind. And Atif, being the older brother and coming from a Middle Eastern background, I'll let you have the first stab. Welcome with us, of course. Atif, if you could tell our listeners who is Atif in a nutshell. So go ahead.
This podcast is sponsored by eSky, a revolutionary AI-powered state-of-the-art learning management system for small to mid-size enterprises.
Yeah. So basically, if I talk about, I am a highly motivated person, and today I hold the designation in the government sector here in Pakistan. I am the IT advisor to the Chief Minister of Province of Punjab and in the state of Pakistan, and also I'm running my own team, and I have a business of around the world. We are into the USA market, also into the GCC region. Also, we are operating into the Pakistani market as well. Alhamdulillah, I am running a team of 200 software engineers. We are into the tech business. There are some products as well as some we are offering services as well. But if you talk about referring to your question, who is Atif? Atif is a highly motivated person, a very skillful businessman, and also a very beloved son of his mother. And this success, what I'm speaking today, these designations, what I hold into the private and the public sector, this is the voice of my mother, and that is echoing. This is her success. This is not my achievement. This is her achievement, her sacrifices, her patience. And patience, I have no words to speak the greatness of my mother. She was a great lady, and she did a lot of donation work, and she was doing preparing free meals for a lot of thousands of people out of her pocket. And there was no other, we were not running any NGO. There were no any trust business, but she was doing out of her own pocket. And there were a lot of free meal, lot of donations, a lot of prayers for the families who are suffering, a lot of, monetary benefits She was organizing and arranging marriages for many needy daughters in the town. Yeah, this is what a mother do.
Was a matchmaker.
Yeah. On the other hand, for her, this son, I'm talking about myself. She taught me. She was my friend, and she was my teacher, my mentor, everything. I don't have these words. I cannot express my family, my feelings right now. How I can explain the greatness of my mother? Yes.
Mate, you're gonna make me cry. So we need to not get emotional.
May-
But I think yeah, I think it's a topic that's very close to all of our hearts, and that's nice to see that we've all got that in common.
Yes, sir. Behind, every successful, strong person, there is a silent mother who gave everything up for the success of her son.
That's really interesting. That's really well said.
Everything.
You're keeping her legacy alive, and I think this is the pure definition of unconditional love. You know, when you're trying to explain unconditional love to someone who may have never lived it, you pretty much described it. That's someone who sacrifices their all for a loved one.
And
Yeah.
you all will agree with me that not a single crown in the history was able to shine brighter than the patience of a mother.
Of course.
Because this word, mother, when we see in other, species in animals, uh, this is the same love. If we see the bear, if we see the cats, if we see the dogs, if we see the humans, if we see the gods, this mother's love is unconditional. It's everywhere. You cannot compare this love. You cannot found this love if your mother is not with you anymore.
Well said.
So on that topic, Usman, if we had to look at AI, who would be credited with being the father and the mother of AI?
Cancel.org, redefining global consulting, delivering world-class solutions through proven methodology, measurable and sustainable results.
Yeah, I think it's a great question, and I think if we look at the AI's origin, it's not the work of one person, but lineage of like brilliant minds. From I think if we just start from the Alan Turing, who gave us the very idea that machines could like think, to John McCarthy, who actually coined the term artificial intelligence. Then you have like pioneers from like other areas, especially the Jeffrey Hinton, who got the Nobel Prize, and there are other guys who are basically fathers of like modern deep learning algorithms and all the like latest advancements in the society. So, but if you ask me the philosophy, AI's real mother is humans' curiosity, and that like relentless desire to create something that can understand, learn, and help us amplify our own intelligence in a way like AI is humanity's reflection. Our digital offspring learning to like walk, talk, and do reasoning. All of this stuff is a sort of like the mixture of that particular formula. At RTC League, what we see is that an like evolution continuing from like algorithms to real-time intelligence that sense, react, and connect with the physical world. So if Turing and McCarthy were the parents of AI, we are now raising its like next generation, and
It's
one
really
that
very
can
late.
and yeah, one that can live and respond in real time.
I'm very
That's
happy
awesome.
we have you guys on board. Uh, for some reason, Pakistan has a very special place in my heart. My first employees from Pakistan. The guys that are going to be editing this video, my entire eSky production are in Pakistan. Some of my best resellers and friends are in Pakistan. And the world in the Western Hemisphere knows very little about Pakistan. And what we get to see in the Western world on the news is not what Pakistan is known for. Gabby, you had a question regarding holograms, so I want to pass the puck to you.
No, we're gonna see the holograms now. So, Gabby, ask that question, mate.
Yeah, I what I wanted to know, because Malik and I are brothers, and we have distinctive businesses. I mean, separate businesses. Yeah, we partner. We've always worked and coordinated together. But I'm curious, in your situation as brothers working together in the same business, how do you avoid conflict or minimize the conflict? How do you guys go about that?
That's a good question. One thing I must say about Usman, that he is a really loving brother. He see me as his role model. He never mentioned, but he saw this role model in me. Yeah, but whenever I say to Usman to do one thing, he never deny that. He does it. Either he has to do anything for that matter. If I say him to stand in the sunlight in the middle of the day, he will be standing for whole of the day, even if
Very
I ask.
trusting.
That's very trusting.
You won't even ask how long. He'll just go do it.
Yeah. Yes,
That's it.
he never asks why. This is a simple.
That's very important.
That's very important.
That's a lot of trust.
Yes, there's a lot of.
Osman, what about you?
Okay, so first of all, I think
In terms of your relationship with your brother, and how do you guys divide tasks? And
yeah, I think Gabby, that's a very fantastic question. And honestly speaking, I was explaining this. It's like one. It's a kind of like one question we get asked a lot. So working with your brother can be both a blessing and a challenge at the same time. But in our case, it's been more of like a superpower. Atif and I have very like distinctive roles in this company. He is the visionary on the business and strategy side, and I am the engineer obsessed with building the impossible. So that separation of domains keeps us aligned, but not like overlapping. And of course, like we have debates. Every strong team does, but our foundation is built on trust and shared purposes. So we both grew up with the same values, like our mother instilled in us, like discipline, empathy, and the service. So even when we disagree, the goal is never ego, it's like excellence. And I think that's what makes RTC League special. So it's not just a company, it's a family driven mission. We're building technology with heart, and that's the bond between brothers keep the mission grounded and unstoppable. And one thing to definitely add, if you just see the Lamborghini, it just have like two seats. So if you just
Like that.
if you just Gabby focus on that, yeah, etc. So I think what we need is we need definitely ride on two Lamborghinis with almost like the combo of coming from the Sadra brothers and the Bashir brothers.
We just need a Urus, right?
I like that. I like that. Yesterday I was on a podcast, and I was a guest actually on the podcast, and the question came about partnerships and how do you build partnerships, and I was complaining about partnerships like with Malik and Rian and so on, and I also answered it very similar to what you said. I said exactly like, you have to have similar principles, similar values, but different capabilities and skills to kind of have a good, strong partnership. So it's I'm glad I hear that from you. You kind of validated my
Yeah, one thing to add here, Gabby, just to like second your thoughts. I think the greatest battles uh, are are won during the preparation process. They are not won in the battlefield. So the preparation me and Atif have throughout like our practical experiences. He was like doing his like 15 years of telecommunications, like starting from a junior STR, and then moving towards the operational manager in Etisalat, once in Dubai. So and now the CEO of RTC League. So that's a great journey. And one thing definitely we will speak about the holographic thing. So we are right now in a talk with MBS from KSA, Muhammad Bin Sultan, and we presented a very great demo in front of King Mohammed from UAE 3 to 4 weeks ago for creating an digital AI avatar of first of its kind in holographic 3D rendering.
So you presented in front of him?
Yeah.
How is he like? How is he like, just for people who don't know how it's like to present in front of a king? I don't know if you've, Malik or Riyad, you've presented in front of kings in the past, but...
Go Lean It. Go Lean It offers a symphony of efficiency through lean services and solutions, driving scalable and sustainable results. Visit goleanit.com.
Yeah.
Lots of mill ones.
So that was honestly one of the most surreal and proud moment for us, presenting in front of like His Majesty King Ahmad on was like both humbling and electrifying. So we showcase the first ever digital AI hologram of like of an Arabic scholar, built entirely in real time, not pre-rendered or not scripted, and it was living, reactive, like holographic presence that could sense and respond in the moment. So
Nice. So you're going to show us?
I would love to show us. Sadhu, there's a problem when I kind of like flip my screen here. My audio got like disturbed. I don't know if it's like coming from Riverside. So
I'm not sure.
I can share my screen in the meantime. Let's see.
You're the RTC king. I wouldn't know.
I'm very curious about this because I think the world's getting smaller and smaller, and with even with hologram technology, I think it's definitely filling a gap. Especially if I take my own situation into account, I'm in the US, I'm in Chicago, my children are in Sydney, Australia. So you keep communications open with them on FaceTime and all that kind of stuff, but I do believe that the hologram stuff is going to fill that gap a little bit more better than what it should.
Guys, is it visible in front of you guys?
Yes, it
Yes.
Okay, so you will see an Arabic AI avatar speaking to an Arabic scholar, to another scholar, and they are going to have a chit chat in front of you guys.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في خدمة الإفتاء التابعة لمجلس الإمارات للإفتاء الشرعي. فتوى: نفخر بأن نقدم لكم خدماتنا من خلال الذكاء الصناعي.
And now
كيف لي أن أخدمك؟
second person.
عليكم السلام. سمعت أن من أحتجم وهو صائم فقد صوم، فهل ذلك صحيح؟
So this is second person ask a question.
أهلا. بالنسبة للحجامة في الصيام فهي مباحة ولا تبطل الصوم إلا إذا تسبب الحجام في نزيف كثير جدا يضعف الصائم. في هذا قد يفضل تأخير الحجامة إلى بعد الإفطار، لكن مجرد الاحتجام وحده لا يفطر الصائم. قال تعالى: وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر. البقرة 187. ولا شيء ينهي الصوم إلا المفطرات المعروفة. هذا والله ورسوله أعلم. هل لديك أي استفسار آخر؟
So for those who are not speaking Arabic, and we'll try in the editing to put some translation, this is an individual sitting down asking a religious question to a scholar, and the scholar responding back in a hologramic fashion. Now, is this scholar live somewhere else, or is this AI speaking?
Okay.
This is
That's
okay. This is
that's
wonderful. And where
so,
did it
so
get
yeah.
information? Like, what does it sit?
I just thought I heard him say that Rian is awesome and you should always listen to him.
You can create Rian's AI avatar for the kids. They can talk every time to the hardware, and Rian's full body in the hardware. The kids can sit in front of that hardware, and they are talking to the daddy all the day.
So Atif, I want to ask. Is that blue? Is that like a box, a physical box? Or is that
It's a hardware and software and AI and all RTC.
that's really cool. So how far are you guys in developing this technology?
It's done, sir. It's ready, and we are into the market already in the GCC region.
Oh, nice. So when can we start purchasing this technology?
Just
Just swipe your card.
We are definitely. You tell me if I shouldn't know. Yeah.
Gab is right, sir.
Oh, that's great. So, I mean, what's the next step? Once we're in this holographic universe with AI, I mean, what do you guys see, Usman? What do you see as the next level of that, the next step?
Yeah, I think that's the exciting part. So we are already in the market in the GCC region, and what comes next is where things get truly transformative. So once holographic AI becomes part of the daily life, the next step is like intelligence that moves seamlessly between the digital and physical worlds. So guys, this is a one kind of like a real demo we presented in front of you. We at RTC League can claim this out that we are the first provider in the entire world, even no matter what the US market is developing right now, no matter what the GCC market is developing right now. What we have developed is we both are like are from Pakistan. So here's come to your original question. So like regarding the Pakistan. So Pakistan did produce such sort of talent, which is like undeniable, unimaginable, and it's like moving in a very crazy direction. So we are not a third world country, no doubt. Like you might have heard about
Media is going there.
yes. Yeah. So we are at the forefront of the technology, and being very honest with you, last year, our team, the RTC team, the research lab we have here, we were providing consultation to OpenAI team directly by sitting here in Pakistan. So just imagine if the OpenAI team got stuck somewhere and we are providing our consultation by sitting here in Pakistan, then
It's incredible.
So my apologies. I'm interrupting Mr. Nalik. Also, maybe you heard about the Live Kit. We are also the consultant of Live Kit as well.
yeah.
So, did you showcase, aside from both kings of Saudi and Dubai or United Arab Emirates, aside from this, did you showcase this technology anywhere else as of yet? Or
No.
is the first time you're showing it here on Stars of Our Sky?
This podcast is sponsored by eSky, a revolutionary AI-powered state-of-the-art learning management system for small to mid-size enterprises.
You know, the one thing that UAE community, the Emirati people are obsessed with, they want everything to be next level.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's
Have
correct.
all the technology. Even if you guys remember, last year there was a rain in UAE that was again the next level. The whole UAE was it became like a swimming pool, and this futuristic technology, people think it as a concept, This is not even available. But after this technology, the government department of the UAE, they are going to place into the future museum that is on the Sheikh Zayed Road, the Dubai downtown, the future museum. Right? So they are going to place that avatar into the future museum, a generic AI avatar. People will come there and they will speak to it. And then later on the commercial side, on the business side, they are going to place the same hologram technology that we have developed with the hardware and the software into the two government departments. One is OCAF and the second is Fatwa.
Wow. So new release to the market. I just want to mark this new release to the market. You're hearing it for the first time here on Stars in Our Sky. So subscribe to our channel, follow, like, so we can keep bringing you state-of-the-art new innovations constantly happening from everywhere in the world, as far and as amazing as Pakistan. Crazy innovations by these two brothers. Fantastic. I'm delighted, very proud of you guys as well. Let me ask you a question, Usman. How do you make AI feel so human? It felt very natural. How did you go about doing that?
So I think it's a very great question, Malik. And I love that you asked it right after like talking about the Museum of Future, because that's exactly where this journey leads. So making AI truly human isn't about giving it a face or a voice. It's about giving it context, emotion, and the presence. So at RTC League, we have engineered AI that does not just process data; it feels the environment in real time. It listens, reacts, and adapts just like a human would in a conversation. We achieve that by combining three layers. First of all, the real-time communication protocol. The second one, the cognitive AI models, and third one is the physical interaction systems. So instead of AI living in the cloud, disconnected from the reality, we bring it into the physical world where latency, light, and emotion all matters. So that's how we make AI feel alive, not as a simulation, but as a real-time reactive entity that can coexist with humans. And that's the essence of what we call physical AI, intelligence that does not just think but lives in the same moment as you do. So RTC League is like since last 2 to 3 years we are like immersively into the real-time AI systems and physical AI systems, and this was the example of real-time as well as the physical AI at the same time.
When you're like hiring engineers, right, to kind of help out and work on, because you were mentioning the software engineers that you hire, what qualities are you looking for? I mean, there must be some special skills because it's not just a programmer. I'm presuming it's a different level of skill set that's required. So what do you look for?
I think this is a sort of like recipe I would definitely want to give you guys. So me and Atif, we the moment we decided to like start this company, so definitely every entrepreneur before they jump into like start any sort of like companies, they just look at into their pocket. Do they have sort of like that sort of money to hire some geniuses, just like the OpenAI and Google and Microsoft are doing the Game of Thrones right now, hiring. Hey, we have hired already a guy. We have hired and another.
There's not really good. I think there is so much.
So yeah, so we were not that sort of like bulky with the financials. So what we decided is we decided to hire fresh graduates from the university. Being very honest with you, so this was the vision of Atif, that if we want to develop or bring the culture of our team, then we have to hire the junior fresh graduates. We can tune them up according to our culture. We can fine tune them up, and we can like bring the monsters out of them to bring some credible things for us. And this is what we did. So within an effort of like 2 years, so what we did is we hired fresh graduates. So I think I barely remembered that we have hired maximum of 3 or maximum of 4 different software engineers. One of them was the patent holder in United States. I do have like a patent. Atif also have a patent in United States. So we have hired only like 3 to 4 senior engineers with an experience of more than 7 years. But all of the other staff, we trained them. They were fresh graduates. Even they were doing their graduation here in Pakistan. And honestly speaking, we did together. So we led the team not by example. We led the team by our presence. Me and Atif. Atif was like joining the office 9 a.m. in the morning. He was leaving 11 p.m. in the night, and I was around like 3 to 4 p.m. Afternoon, and I was like staying 6 a.m. in the morning. So that was the morale we built in our team, and this is a very honest opinion for all of the entrepreneurs or solopreneurs want to like set up their company. Instead of like hiring nowadays, just because of the AI tools who can help you do the coding and stuff like that. So we just like pick up that idea of hiring those junior staff who can just learn our culture. And again, I am going to relate this example to where my mother left her doctorate job when Atif was born, that I want to build the culture of my children's, and I have to leave that job. So that's where we came up with an idea, and right now we do have like more than 200 engineers with us, and among them, I think we have hardly of 4 different senior engineers, and all of the other engineers, I can bet on them if we bring any of the guy from our team, we can bet on that particular person that he can fight anyone in the technology.
Yeah, it's a real profile that we've done with at eSky, and you can't. I always said if you want to build good culture, because I believe in culture. So if you want to build culture, if you're bringing too many senior guys who got bit in the butt in somewhere else, everybody's bringing baggage. So at least for a critical mass, the foundation, it's much easier to build that with younger. We started adding more seniors as time came for speed of execution. But AI is definitely helping a lot.
Cancel.org, redefining global consulting, delivering world-class solutions through proven methodology, measurable and sustainable results.
Yes.
As I thought when I spoke with the university students in engineering, they said actually one of the issues that they have is that whenever there's a job posting, right, they say you have to minimum have 5 years experience. And they're like, well, how do you expect us to get 5 years experience if we just graduated? So it was a constant loop.
5 years experience and 3 years management experience, and then you get in there. So I've got a question for Atif.
Yeah.
Atif, when did you guys, did you have like a breakthrough moment when you were building this system? Did you get like that light bulb moment where, you guys went, aha, we've got this one?
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely I would love to share this aha moment right now. What begins as a mission, it becomes a journey to connect the world in real time. So we tried our level best. Me and Usman, we started with zero this business, right? Like Usman mentioned right now that the team was junior, they was fresh grads, and in developing the technical skills regarding the AI engineering and WebRTC technology protocol, Usman did a lot of efforts about it, right? So I was at the beginning, I was the only founder of the company who was the legal advisor, who was the sales representative, who was the HR, and who was looking care of all who was also an investor as well. But we did not have that deep office.
How it works, right? That's the startup.
So
That's a lot of pocket. That's a lot of.
I see last 15 years of experience in the telecom industry that we were serving. I was serving as a operational manager, director operations in the Etisalat previously back in 2017. So I was there, and then we were designing and developing some softwares for Etisalat as well. And then we started this journey, and we were initially we were providing services to the telecom sector, and we were designing and developing some softwares for the telecom sector. And in doing so, we started working on an idea, me and Usman, that why not we after the invention of Chat GPT and OpenAI, we said why not we help the enterprises to answer their calls with AI. So we started working on it, and in doing so, we were successful enough to build that product up, a platform that is named as TelEcho, and we launched it into the market. And the aha moment was right after the development, back in September, we were successfully able to lock our first enterprise client. That was the aha moment. That was an enterprise client, and a very big opportunity that us hard work and the patience and sacrifices paid off. That was the aha moment. And when there was another aha moment in November last year. We were at Tech Next conference, and we won the highest excellence award of Asia in the WebRTC technology. And my CTO Usman received that award. A representative from Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince of UAE, Mr. Bashir Tallo, he offered that award to Usman and Sir Malik as well. And also, and then
Congratulations.
and then my business skill helped me to further extend my contacts and references into the UAE market and into the GCC region. We approached with some good references to the government and of the UAE, and then we were able to successfully got the time of His Majesty Sheikh Muhammad at the time, and we played this holographic AI avatar demo in front of him, and there was a very strong, security clearance before going to in front of His Majesty. That was the experience. That was the first ever experience. Me and Usman, uh, we did not know the limitations to how to behave in front of His Majesty. Uh, First, for us, he was just a normal human being, but I, yeah. But Alhamdulillah, things were really great. He gave us his 10 minutes, and he said, he just uh, flipped his lips for 2 seconds, and he said, wow, that's great. MashaAllah. That's it. Only he spoke for this 2 seconds, and that was a lot. And after these words, two major government departments in the UAE, they offered us a contract, and now we have already integrated with the Awqaf, and we are working for the Fatwa, and they are going to place the same thing into the future museum. And that was the great aha moment that you are exploring to asking about. And one thing that in the start, Mr. Malik inquired about the Pakistan, that I would like to take the privilege to mention few things about my homeland. Pakistan's eastern border, whoever doesn't know the location of Pakistan, where it is in the map of the world, our eastern border, around 700 kilometers, it is shared with India. It is parted from India back in 1947, and we share 700 kilometers border of India, and there is 700 kilometers of coastline of Pakistan. The whole of the world's oil just passed in front of us, in front of Pakistan. Our western border, it shares with Iran, and our southern borders is shared with China and Afghanistan. So we are in middle of this,
Middle of everything, mate.
environment, a very hot topic. But Pakistan is a nuclear state, and thanks to God, Pakistan is safe. Uh, Pakistan has 5 provinces, 5 states. The one is Punjab. We are into the commercial city, very big city of Punjab, Lahore. It is the capital of Punjab. Then there is another state, Sindh, and then there is another state, Balochistan, and then Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The short term is KPK, and then there is Gilgit-Baltistan. These are the 5 states of Pakistan. Pakistan has 4 different seasons: hot and summer and winter, and then there is what we call Usman. There is another word of Bahar and Khiza.
It's like wind. I can hardly relate that. Yeah,
So there are 4 different seasons.
yes, spring.
And there are 4 different seasons in Pakistan. The best delicious thing in Pakistan is the mango.
Oh, yeah?
The entire world, if you are having a delicious mango, it must be from Pakistan. Pakistan has a very rich nutrient country in the agriculture sector. Also, a very large salt range in Pakistan. You are using white salt, black salt, and red salt. The biggest salt range of the world is in Pakistan, and it's in the Punjab and KPK. And if you ever saw the beauty of Switzerland, have you ever got a chance to visit Switzerland? Pakistan's northern side is more beautiful than Switzerland's. A very large mountain area of Himalaya range, mountain range, a very big beauty of Naran Valley and Kagan Valley. It's a very beautiful and secure area. Whatever the media is showing, being the government representative as well, because I have to, go with my country. Media is showing that Pakistan is going to be end tomorrow.
Just like the US, mate. The whole world is coming to an end. Meantime, when we fly around and we travel and we see what's happening, the world is actually a beautiful, normal place. So
Guys, let's take one more question, guys. Let's take one more question, and because I'm eager to do the fun game brother sync challenge at the end of this. So one of you guys just throw in a question, and we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely. So, look, I think you guys are at the forefront of technology.
Yeah.
With a very small team. I mean, if you're advising OpenAI, 200-man team is relatively small. How do you manage your time on day-to-day in order to be able to fulfill all these obligations and still manage, Usman, for you to keep learning about technology and be the CTO that you want to be, and Atif to be an advisor to a large political figure in the government, and be able to constantly stay at the forefront of all your obligations? And I think both of you can answer this one after the other. So Atif, please go ahead.
Go Lean It. Go Lean It offers a symphony of efficiency through lean services and solutions, driving scalable and sustainable results. Visit goleanit.com.
So, yeah, that is correct, that I have to, give time to the government sector as well, because it's a full-time job. And also because His Majesty, the Chief Minister of, Her Majesty, the Chief Minister of Punjab, Madam Maryam Nawaz Sharif, she is the daughter of former Prime Minister of Pakistan and niece of the current Prime Minister of Pakistan. She is doing a lot of, she is literally doing wonders. She is putting a lot of efforts in the development of the infrastructure. Yes, on the government side, I totally aware of the idea that innovation, policy, and infrastructure should be aligned in order to get the good results, right? To deliver to the people, because they have a commitment for 5 years This is a very big political family, and they have to deliver to win the next election. So they don't spare any negligence from any minister side and any advisor side, or even to the bureaucracy. So she is very professional, she is very creative, and she is doing wonders. I have to spend time with her as well. So in my absence, Usman is handling the technology side and the business side, but we have a complete structurized scaling mechanism in place into the organization, because handling 10 to 20 people is very easy, but handling a bunch of 200 engineers and marketing team and HR department and business development and sales team, and there are other sports staff, advisories roles, legal advisors. So it's a bunch of challenge. So if I have to travel with the madam, there is a complete structuring of the corporate at corporate grade, and we are doing good. I spend around 7 to 8 hours weekly in office, and more of the time with the government body. Sometimes when madam is traveling outside of the country to any diplomatic visit, if I'm not traveling with her, so then I give full time with the company. These days, I'm spending a minimum time with the organization. Usman is spending more time. Usman is still in the office, and he's recording this podcast, and he joined that office early in the morning in the 9 a.m. at the 9 a.m. Yeah. So he's still in the office. So this is how sometimes challenge come. But in my absence, I have a support team. I have a staff officer who is taking care of my absence, letting me know that this is happening. The sports staff, they are very good. They are very professional. They are very talented. And like Usman mentioned, we guide them, we train them. There's a culture of doing work without and within the supervision. So they are performing really great. If we are champion into the market, we are because of the team.
All right. Can we have a fun? Can we? Go ahead.
Usman's turn. Go ahead, Usman. What do you?
Yeah, for both me and Atif, it all comes down to like discipline and purpose. And I mostly say, if someone asks like, what's the vision behind this company? So I think it's like one word, and it's like dream. And we were like raised to believe that consistency beats intensity. So every day, no matter how busy we
Yes.
how busy like we dedicate time to learning, building, and reflecting. So for me as like CTO, I block a few hours daily just to learn, whether it's like new architectures, real-time systems research, or like edge computing breakthroughs. I treat learning like oxygen. Without it, innovation suffocates. So Atif, on the other hand, yeah,
Excellent. That's that, and you know what? I wish more people would do that. Actually, block out time in their calendar to sit and learn.
yeah.
Because how many people I meet, or how many people we meet that they don't do that, so they don't grow with a growing world around them, but they also get left behind, and then they get frustrated. So I love that you do that, because I mean it shows you that even with the technology that you guys are creating, there's always more to learn and new stuff coming out, and that's how we stay ahead of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm repeating myself. So I treat learning like oxygen. Without it, like innovation suffocates. In the meantime, Atif on the other side like manages like incredible responsibilities in the government and the business side. But we both share one rule: stay grounded, stay curious, and never delegate vision. So we
Yeah.
lead from the front, whether it is in the lab at 3 a.m. in the morning, or in the midnight, or in a boardroom at 9 a.m. And honestly, that's what keeps RTC League moving. It's not just like time management; it's energy management. We invest our energy where it creates the most impact: people, innovation, and purpose. That's how we keep building, learning, and leading, and one real time movement at a time. So that's what we believe.
Nice. Nicely said. Gabby, you got a game we got to play?
Right. Yeah, well, we gotta keep it fun at the end as well, right? So keeping you guys. So just a quick brother sync challenge. So I'll ask you something quickly. You guys respond what you first think. So who is the bigger risk taker between both of you? All right. Yeah.
So what do I have to do? I have to say
So say the name. Saying the name. Is it Usman or Atif? You guys, each of you should answer. Okay. So this one is Atif. Atif wins with extra points. Okay. Who's more patient?
Atif. Me.
Atif again. All right. Who works longer hours?
Usman.
Osman. All right. Who handles stress better?
Atif.
Atif. That's also. Who had the original big vision? And when you answered that one,
Atif Usman.
Atif Usman. And Atif and Usman, if you had to describe Atif in one word, what would it be?
Oh, that's a hell of a question, and yeah, that's a hell of a question. Describe Atif. Yeah, I think that can be an easy one, but that's a hell of a question. So
One word.
I think
He's got to be careful now, mate.
Well, I could even make him cheat because he mentioned it in the beginning, but he probably.
yeah, I think one word would be impossible.
Okay, yeah, makes the impossible possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And the word that you mentioned in the beginning earlier on, you were saying he was visionary.
Yeah,
You know,
I was going to say that. So he is the engine that never stops. First of all,
the engine that never stops.
yeah,
All right.
visionary, fearless, and allergic to the word impossible. So I think
I like that. Yeah, and Atif, if you had to do the same thing about Usman, what would be one word that would describe Usman?
He's endearing brother, one, and second, he's the king of RBC, and also
Branded by yours truly.
yeah.
That's it.
Honestly speaking, that red tie, it has win this podcast today.
yeah. I would like to echo myself one more time. I spend if so for the audience, I spent 30 minutes with Mr. Malik at TechNext Conference Dubai. And in 30 minutes, I got that idea that Mr. Malik Sidra is a great person, a very humble personality, a very, in 30 minutes, we were like talking and shouting on the floor and doing gossips in the tea break. Like we know each other from very long time. Like we know, we are childhood friends, kind of. We are. He is a very humble and he know things greatly about the cybersecurity. You mentioned a lot of things into the domain, and sometimes it happens in life that few people come to your life and you connect with them for a moment, and they stay with your rest of your life with you. So
Yeah, one thing to add.
one of those people.
Yeah, one thing to add here. Yeah, so sorry for interruption. One thing to add here. So guys, there was a great saying that either you have to be an eagle or you can become a vulture. So vulture is just waiting for someone to die, and then it start like eating. But eagle creates this opportunity. So when these both guys were speaking at that particular event, so seems like the eagles are joining the table. And today, I think the session, this opportunity you guys gave us, it's an start of a new era. Definitely, we would love to see ourselves in the upcoming sessions. We will definitely host our podcast for you guys as well. And Gabby, this was the first time, but I think just because of Malik Sadra, it seems like we met you can say 10 to 15 years ago, with the same mindset. We just like were the friends from the day first. And even Rian, your like presence in in this podcast is like amazing. It's like charismatic, humble, and again, um, it's a memorable thing today.
Thank you, guys. And I would say it's likewise the same. And sometimes you feel the connection. When you meet people, we crossed eyes. I remember he was sitting at the other opposite thing. And I'm like, I've got to go talk to Atif. Then I saw you like a star. And if I have to give a word to describe each one of you based on my interactions, because we've had other interactions since that 30 minutes, I would say Atif is heart and Usman is spirit. Right?
Yeah.
I saw you there with the ladies and the selfies, Usman. I spotted that, my friend, a mile away with your nice white ice cream suit. And I was like, man, these guys have it all figured out. Atif had like the big, sheikhs in Dubai, and he was taking care of the sheikhs. You were taking care of the younger crowd.
Yeah.
So I want to say something to wrap up the podcast. I mean, expect more and more of this on this podcast. Real stars that shine bright. And the thing about stars is they're in the sky, and it's the same star that shines and gets seen everywhere in the world. The light of a star comes eons light years away, and you still get to see it. We bring you real stars that we've seen, witnessed firsthand. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us and like, because that's how we keep doing this. But also, if you have questions for these young men, put them in the comments, and I'm sure they're going to follow up and respond back to you, whether on YouTube or on LinkedIn. Looking forward to our next podcast. Thank you, guys. It's been fantastic.
I hope it was fun. Yeah, appreciate it.